Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night around the world. I hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome to the video. I know that's a very strange thing for me to say because I don't usually do videos on my channel that are involving myself and my voice, unless it's a VOD. Today, I kind of wanted to show off well, it is a small indie game which has got an incredible backing from what I've seen, called Pixelia. I've looked at this game from months ago. I've been keeping an eye on it, and genuinely I think we have a potentially really good game on our hands, and I kind of wanted to break down the Kickstarter trailer to kind of give an insight as to why this game is probably going to be good in my eyes, but also just break down the elements of the game which kind of make it so. So as a quick summary, it's a pixel art life sim style game, and you get to choose whatever you want to do, whether that be farming, playing sports, music, art. There's a massive list that was already currently mentioned, and as far as I'm concerned, that list is continuing to grow from the Discord, because the dev is incredibly nice, and he's very open, and overall he's listening to the suggestions that everyone gives. He's even listened to a couple of my suggestions. It's quite nice to see such an active developer come into Discord and allow people to suggest things and not go, no, I don't want that, no, I don't want this, but actually open to discussing it, which is a really nice thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Kickstarter trailer without the audio, just so I can break down the elements without the person talking. That's no offense to the person, it's just so I can more break it down, as you like, based on your true story, which is technically a true thing. But first thing, I'm going to stop right here. Right, I can see many things just in this one screen. We're off 7 seconds into the video. If you look on the far right, protesters, that's a full thing. Politics are a full thing in this game. You know, there's a full list of things you can do, and you can already be a protester as a start. So that's one thing immediately off the bat. Right, that's one thing there. You got a billboard there which displays advertisement. Right. And from what I've seen, and you'll see throughout the video, that advertisement changes to job listing, car sales, etc., which is authentic. That feels true. And if it was an electric style ad board, that you would see that, which is great. If you look slightly left of that billboard, you can see what looks like a homeless person with a hat and some money in. So you can't be homeless in this game. If you don't have a job, you don't have a house, you're going to be on the streets. Which, again, that's authentic. It's true to life, which is great. It makes it more of a proper life sim, which is what I admire the most about life sim games. The more accurate it is, I feel like the better you're going to get off it. More left of that, you've got the pizza truck, which, again, you could potentially work in it, as far as I'm concerned. You could probably buy things from there. You know, you kind of get the gist. It's like you can do whatever you want, but then even if you've got slightly more left of that, is the guitarist with his guitar case earning money at the side of a street, so you can be a street musician, and I see loads of them in town, so I can guarantee you that would be a perfectly viable thing to do. Then you got the parking spaces beneath it with the parking meter. Again, just kind of putting into that fact of authenticity for a life sim game, and it's cutesy pixel art, lovely style trees, lovely style grass, and the people, you know, have their own outfit, the hairstyle, etc. Everything's done quite well. And there's also cars, as you can see at the bottom of the screen there. And then immediately again, 9 seconds in the video, 2 seconds later, going to the farm life, right? You could be a farmer, raise farm animals. I'm assuming, because you can farm, I know that for a fact. There's a farmer's field somewhere. I don't think I saw it in this video, I'm pretty sure. But still, so if you like Stardew Valley, this could be the game for you as well, because it's very similar in that aspect. For this particular part, you don't have to. That's the great thing. You can do whatever you want. Still gonna stress that factor. There's also a cute little animal, dog. Sorry, there you can see horses, sheep. You got the lake. Open world of many activities. Right, look at this. Reading in the house. That's your own home. You can read. You've got your family member, friends, whatever. But if you just look around, you can see you got a TV on the right, you got reading books in this green room here, on the purple room where the bedroom is, a laptop, and you got something to write on. And it's like, you could use all these things. There's a bloody telephone, I didn't even see that. There's a telephone there, in the middle room. So it's like, everything that things like Sims and Stardew Valley, Ocean Permit, Sunhaven, they all have, respectively, good elements that make them good games, but this kind of merges some of these elements together, and it's still its own unique game, which is great. Hack my email. Yeah, the cooking, so you got the standard crafting system and such, which is in majority of games similar to this, but you can cook food, you can make things. I mean, like, possibilities are basically endless as far as I'm concerned. Art, this is what I said earlier about the art job. You can work on pieces of art through this art minigame. I'm not 100% sure how it works yet. I haven't had the opportunity to get a hold of the game, but I will definitely be streaming and also putting on my YouTube when I get access to the alpha, because I've pledged for that. I'll get to that later though. You got a piano there. You got all this decoration and stuff, which you can fully customize, which is great. Just continue on with this video. Choose your career path. This is where the possibilities are. So you got waitress, right? So you can probably, so I'm seeing multiple things here again, right? You got the bartender, right? You can work behind the bar. That's definitely first to start. You can be a waiter, taking in customers' orders, making sure they're definitely going to the correct customer, etc. Right? That is authentic. That is true to the job, which is great. And you've got things like the performance meter at the top, so you can see how well you're doing, how many customers you've got left. So it's all still there to display for you, so you can understand what you need to do. And there'll be a full-on progression system within each individual career. You can see you could, like the guitar there, you could be playing that guitar as opposed to being a waiter, or as opposed to being a bartender. Hell, you could just eat at the restaurant. You don't even have to do anything. If you've got the money, you can go and, eat. Then you've got the basketball. I don't suppose you could probably spectate these games. I don't know if you could be a cameraman, that would be great. Just to show the depth. I really doubt it. But you get to play as the Pixelia basketball team currently in the game. There is, I'll get to it later, but there is a pledge for further sports, and I've also suggested myself, which the dev did listen to me and wants to try and do, as far as I'm concerned, football, aka soccer for the Americans. Which, I mean, to me, I'm a football fan, so that's the reason why I wanted it. But like, it's not just going to be locked to one sport. The opportunities are going to keep coming for as long as the dev listens to the people, and there's that drive to continue to develop the game further, because this could be, the possibilities are mad. And you've got the butcher's work, so you can cut the meat and sell meat throughout the market. Do I have to continue to say it? It's very authentic. I can continue saying the same thing over and over again, but it is true. Working in a bakery, sorry. Making all the different kinds of breads, cakes, etc. It's great. It's going to be great. I know it's going to be great. Bloody catwalks. I mean, like, never... Sorry, I've paused a bit too late there. I've never been one to do the catwalks. I mean, that's not my kind of thing. But if someone wants to do the catwalks here, then do the catwalks. You can do it. It's a full-on minigame. I've seen the minigame. It looks quite difficult. But then again, my fingers aren't quite up to scratch, so it could be different for other people. And this is what I was saying earlier. We pointed out the guitarist on the street. You could do it here. You got the minigame on the left, which kind of looks like it's basically anything kind of like Dance Dance Revolution sort of vibe going to it. Then you got the ad boards again. There's a clock in the middle, so you got full-on time and everything. Taco truck down bottom, again, same referencing to the pizza truck we saw earlier. There's also a little veggie cart I seen in the bottom left, didn't see that originally. But you got people walking about, doing their own stuff. There's a policeman there, and there's a policeman at the top right, doing their own things, and you can be one of them people doing their own things, and I think that's great. I think, these sort of things, just random events. As you're working or you're doing whatever you want, you get the opportunity to go further. And in this instance, you can go being from a standard garage band sort of thing going on, to booking out at a restaurant, which we saw earlier with the guitar, just the guitar, but it's still the same sort of thing. And then full on concerts, like going from little to everything is a full on progression system, and you choose to do that. And it's not going to stop with what they're currently showing in this trailer. There will be more. There will be absolutely more. And, when the developer comes around to it, it'll be great. I don't know how far this game can go, but genuinely, it could go really far. That's why I'm so excited for it. And you've got the character creation screen. As I'm looking at this right now, you've got... I haven't seen much in terms of the character creation since this. But... From the initial thoughts, you've got basic shirt customization, what your clothing wants to, what clothing type you want to have, the colours, hairstyle, facial hair, bottoms, accessories, hats and such, and it's all edited and put onto this passport on the left, so you can see what your character will look like, and have your own name and your own look, and it's like most pixel games that you have, like you saw 4 there, and they were just completely different customizations, each one to your liking, and it'll increase. The amount of options will increase, guaranteed, 100%. And then when you get your home, when you get enough money to, look at all the customization you can do. Every single tile, every single wall, every single door to your liking, right? Now that is an incredible level of detail that you have the ability to take advantage of. But this is a perfect opportunity to look at the UI, because we can actually see the UI here. Top right of the screen, you've got dates, time, money. So that's where you'll get most of your general information. There's temperature there as well, top right. Bottom left, you need you. Then the bottom of the screen, you've got everything you've got, essentially. So everything you can put down, like the floor tiles, the equipment, the cooker, the kettle, the toaster. You got the removal tool, and then the bottom right, which I can't necessarily see because of the the actual you can't see it because of where I am. Hang on, I'll just quickly drag myself away. And also the bloody bar. You've got like a map, inventory. I'm not 100% sure what the P is. I can't really see. And then again at the bottom right, that I'm not 100% sure. It might be a phone, as far as I know, but it is what it is. But look at this. Look at that, man. That's the amount of detail you could take your house to, right? And you got a dog there. You got a bathroom, you got a bedroom, you got a kitchen, you got a main living room, and that's all to your liking. How you want to choose to design that is up to you, and that creative freedom is not always given in games. Unlike it's like Sims gives you that creative freedom, right? That's the last time I've seen it, and now we've got like a much more massive, in-depth pixel style game, kind of with that freedom, which is great. More control over your character as well. And then you got this is the more dark side of it, which I may or may not touch when coming to the game, where you got, so you can rob things, not the full passcode, you got to escape from the police, lockpicking, hacking as well. Yeah, hacking. When I saw the trailer, I was just like, hacking. How you managed to do hacking? Didn't expect that one. Well done to you. Don't know how complex that will be, but yeah, it'll be good. And then you guys, which I saw. Mr. Swervy over here, but I don't have a license, so I can't really say much. But you get your own car as well. When you have enough money, you get your own car, which has its own durability, its speed, its fuel. You've got to maintain that as well. And then again, you can see things like traffic lights, a full-on road system. Also at the top left as well, you can see someone cleaning, which again kind of inspires that more job sort of thing going on. There was a credit card symbol, so I'm not 100% sure if that's also related to something. But you can see someone basically nearly getting hit there. The motorbikes, pet shop, more billboards and such. But yeah, you can choose to be a knob on the road if you like, or you can obey the laws of the road. And if you don't, prison. There's a full-on prison system in this thing as well. How much depth that goes into, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen it yet, but it could be as much as like having your own routines within inside prison. It depends on how big the prison in the game is. If it's like a small holding facility, then I wouldn't expect too much. But again, I'm not 100% sure at the time. We are in the early stages, so it's not for me to guarantee anything on that. And then building bonds. So customization of your character. Again, you got top right. Again, I think the what the overall UI will probably change when it comes to the alpha and the beta, and then the full release. But so you can see again, you've got the top right. You've got the autumn, date, time. Top left, you've got health and energy, then all your needs here. So it looks a bit different from the other one. Again, that could be changing. That's up for the developer though. Whatever's the most easy to access, if you like. Then you've got hairstyles, hair colours, facial style. So there's depth. There's definitely depth. I don't know how many styles you can have. I don't know how many colours you can have, but 30 colours is a lot of colours. Right, I'm no colourologist, right, but that's a lot of colours. I'll tell you that much. But there's definitely lots of ability. Recording music and making your own albums. Why not, innit? It's like this kind of goes further into the music branch, which is great. So you don't have to just be going to do concerts or going to restaurants for music or playing out in the street. You can actually record songs and have them published and earn money from that, which is great. Clothing, that's a given. Cars, a given. The limits of that are their own respective possibilities. Again, we've seen a couple of the UI change there. This has gone back to the original one we saw earlier. Then exploration. There's just everyone has their own lifestyle in this game. All the AI. And they will do what they want to do, and you can do what you want to do. And we have this entire nightlife, going to clubs, DJing it out. You could probably be the DJ as far as I'm concerned, or you can just dance on the dance floor. So continue on evolving skills. So your character will have their own skills. So developing computer skills, for example, it'll be same with the musicians. Math. Letters. I'm not 100% sure what that was per se, but you can develop your own intelligence. And you got fight clubs, which is a bit more. I was expecting boxing. I wasn't expecting like fight clubs, but it is what it is, isn't it? So, but you can have a full-on involvement in the fight club and everything, which has its own stamina, health, and time system. Various environments as such. You know, there you go. So here's the farm element I was talking about earlier. So there is full-on farm fields, not just the animal caring and such. Fishing, completely forgot about that as well. So you can get your own boat, you can fish for fish. Who would have thought? And even looking at the far right there, you can swim. So, and yeah, all this as well. Enjoying your time by the side. You can go barbecue, camping, camper van. So, fancy little holiday in the countryside. There you go. You can do that there. And this one completely threw me off when I saw this, because I didn't think this was even going to be a consideration. Is being the president. Now that is like at the top. That must be at the very, very top, and that will be a political battle to rule Pixelia as a president. And from what I've seen, there are political parties within this game. I know for certain pledges you can have your own political party as well. So that aside has tons of depth already, and that's just the politics side of it. But yeah, that is the Kickstarter trailer as it stands. Personally, it's incredible, right? From what I've seen so far, and I think it's just going to keep getting better. You got the Kickstarter link on the screen right now. I will. No, it's Cryptoview. Sorry, that's a Cryptoview link. I'll put the link to the Kickstarter in the description below. There might not be many pledges left because I've got, as time I'm recording this, there is less than 24 hours left on the Kickstarter, but that's my own fault. That's my own doing. So, but looking at the Discord, there's many things that are currently in the suggestions box and the questions box that backers and people who are just slightly interested in the game are suggesting or querying to potentially make this game even better, and the dev is listening fully. From everything I've seen, every one of these posts has a reply, and that is great to see from a developer. That is absolutely incredible to see from a developer. I'm over the moon to see that, because not all the developers do that sort of thing and listen to the community. This one really is, and it's personally I think it'll be great. But one of the things I've saw, which I think the dev has taken quite keen to, is the idea of immigration and emigration in the game, where you can get new NPCs in and some NPCs leave. Now this adds to the random element, because currently in the game there will be 200 Pixelians, including yourself, within the game to interact with in any way, shape or form. Having this emigration element now takes away the factor of it will be the same 200. Now it could be any 200. At certain points, it won't happen from the start unless that will. There could be potential of saying you could edit some of the Pixelians created in the game at the start. That's not anything that's been said. That's just something I've thought of myself right now. I might also suggest to the dev if that hasn't been said if that hasn't been said yet. But the idea of having new NPCs spawn and current NPCs leave again brings that authenticity which some games fail to do. So I genuinely think it would be good to have that sort of system going on. But like I said earlier, football thing I suggested, that seemed to be quite nice. It's just a case of getting the proper code to get that to work and make sure it works properly. Colour sliders, so we saw earlier we had the specific colours being selected in numbers, so like preset colours. There's talks of having a full-on colour slider like the RGB colours and such. If you're familiar with that, it's the slider where it goes through all the different colours, red, blue and green. Yeah. But there are tons of stuff, and you can look at them on the Discord, and if I can, I'm going to try and see if I can get that link from the Discord in the description. And another thing that someone mentioned, which was the ability of a new Game Plus feature, which, again, is being considered, where you can have a note left from your previous character of basically picking up from where they left off, maybe not as in the state of the house, etc., and the items it was last left as, but having the ability to continue on to a new game with added bonuses of your previous character's life is a nice addition to have, in my eyes. But that also means that you have a full-on life progression system going on with your character, and then you eventually maybe pass from the Pixelian world or just leave Pixelia. That in itself is its own thing, but having that open as a option is great to see. And I'm sure this game will absolutely reach some limits. I'm pretty sure of that. But like currently, as Kickstarter stands, it reached its original fund of $10,000 quite quickly. I believe it was in 48 hours, if I remember correctly, that they reached that goal, which was insane. They then started with the goals after that. So they reached their main goal, which was great. And then they start with the next goal, which is $12,000, which is more music into the game, which that's a quality of life sort of thing. So you can hear better music's not necessarily to the person's liking, but there's just more in there. Pets, exotic pets and vehicles. So currently I'm looking at the symbol. I'm seeing a parrot. I'm not quite sure what the other the vehicle's shown as. It looks like a blue truck kind of thing. But having the ability to have some exotic animals in the game, such as parrots, increases to the player's liking, which in my eyes is great. Dream job bundle, which adds more careers to the path. Currently labelled as doctor, police, teacher, racing driver, and lawyer. Now, how much depth that goes into, it's in its own right, but I imagine there'll be a fair amount. I mean, like, racing driver sounds incredible to me personally. I think I'd definitely latch on that when that comes around. But there's still, not even just in this dream job bundle, in the Discord, there's so many suggestions on suggestions on suggestions of career choices. Like, again, going back to what I said, footballer, that would be something good to have. It's like an extra job. The dev is listening more. It's not just one I've suggested. There's tons. There's tons of I'm pretty sure someone suggested being a garbage man. Might not be everyone's slice of life, but it is true. It's you get that in any just in real life. People work in the garbage industry, and that's fine. That's authentic, and that's great. And then recently they just hit the $50,000 mark for the kids expansion, which is to have your own family, which was from my understanding, it was going to be in the game regardless, which is fine. But it means it's going to be there at release. So I think the idea of these stretch goals were to hit them sooner as opposed to during game development after the game's been released. This will come at a later date because these were all going to be hit during the development stage, to my understanding. So now we're going to get it effective immediately. And then the next one after that, which we haven't quite hit yet, but we're $5,000 away from it, is Pixel Olympics, which is, as you can imagine, the Olympics in Pixelia. So you'll have things. The symbol currently is tennis, but you'll have like the hurdles, the running, the jumping, swimming probably. You'll have all that stuff sort of thing, and it'll be a proper Olympic style event where you can earn medals and get fame and reputation that way as well. And the last one on their goal is the $80,000 mark, which it would be very impressive if they do manage to hit it within the next 24 hours. Is the extended Pixelia map, which is making it to add new areas, regions, and hidden secrets to explore. So there's definitely the plan to expand this world, which is already so large and filled with 200 Pixelians, to even further. And this is why I keep saying the possibilities are seriously endless, because the amount of thought that's going behind this game and the openness that the developer is having and listening to feedback and suggestions from the community is insanely good. And genuinely, I don't think you see it enough personally. The amount of developers that do this sort of thing aren't common, and that's fine, because every single developer is different. But this developer is, personally in my eyes, really good, and I'm very happy to see him so open with the community. But that's kind of my breakdown of the trailer and the game as it stands. I know there's people who have streamed this game already, and within their own right, they've seen the video. They've seen the video game, and it provides more information than this. This is just me expressing my passion for this game, which I genuinely think will become a key thing I show on my channel going forward when this game comes out. I'll definitely look to stream it as soon as I get the opportunity to. I definitely am going to stream it. If I get the go ahead in the alpha, I'm not 100% sure if I do yet. I did ask the question, I didn't get 100% answered, so I'm going to re-ask the question again soon, just to have that clarification, because I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm definitely going to play it at the alpha, and I think we could be in for a really good pixel-styled indie game that should be well known within the gaming world, personally in my eyes. And I'll be genuinely, and I really hope it doesn't, and I don't see it like happening. I really hope this doesn't just suddenly plummet and drop, because the ambition and the thought behind this is so vast and so well done that it would really suck if it just suddenly collapsed. And honestly, I really hope it doesn't, and I don't think it will do. I've never seen any indication of that. It's been a full-on, properly backed thing, and it's got a great developer, and it's got a loving community, and I think it's going to go far. That's everything from me from this video. I know, again, a bit of a random one for me. I don't usually do this sort of thing, and I may do this more in the future. It will depend. Just go on to my stuff now for general, my channel sort of thing. I will be trying to upload a set of Beat Saber videos, either as of recording today, which is 26th, which I'm running out of time to, or potentially tomorrow, but I am also out tomorrow, and I might get a bit slightly under alcoholic influence. I will put that as the diplomatic term, because it is a Friday, this is the end of the week, and I am going out tomorrow, so I might not necessarily be in the best position to publish the videos. But I'm going to get this video out today ASAP, because there's less than 24 hours left on this Kickstarter, which I will link to the description below. So please, from my eyes, I think this is going to be a good game. Even if you don't want to back it yet, keep a good eye on it, because I genuinely think we're going for a good game here. But that's everything from me. I hope everyone has a lovely morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video or stream.